Hello traders, before the market opens, let's identify where the highest probability of supply and demand are forming on XAUUSD. Before the end of this forecast, we should be able to know what zones we are looking at. Let's get into it. So this is 30 minutes on XAUUSD, and I'm going to be going down to time frame. So we have our resistance resting here. So we have on the time frame, we have our resistance resting here. We have multiple rejections 1, 2, 3, and this particular rejection here. But now going down to 4 hours, we have our complete structure here. Right? We have our break of structure. We have our imbalance here. So see price come back into this particular structure, then give us that push above this resistance zone, right? I'm going to explain why I get this particular demand here on a lower time frame. So, and 3 hours is kind of more glaring for us here. On 3 hours, we have our demand resting here, we have our imbalance here, right? So, our see price again reject from this particular resistance zone into this demand and 3 hours, then give us a break above this particular demand zone here. But before that happens, let's go down to 30 minutes. 30 minutes, we can see a structure here before this particular structure. So we have our break of structure here, we have demand resting here. So RC price consolidates into this particular demand, then give us that push to this particular resistance. As you want to see, back to this resistance. So if price happens to break this particular resistance, we get a pullback. Now we should be looking out for this particular demand or this particular structure. But if this resistance here is able to hold, right, then if price dishes out this buy, I also see a pullback into this particular demand here. Let's go down to 15 minutes. So I will see price come into this place again and give us that buy. But if price comes in this place, I'm not just going to trigger my buys. I'm just going to wait for that buy confirmation to tell me, okay, price is going to react from this particular structure right here, right? Or price is likely to just invalidate this particular structure and come into this particular demand here. So we don't see on this is 1 hour. So like I said, I will see price come into this particular place. Okay, we have something here. Price might likely sweep this as liquidity, come into this place, dish out that buy before coming down to this last low, and also demand, and also we have support here. We can see one support, 2, 3, 4. So we have multiple support zone. So giving us more reason or more confirmation of this particular zone holding. So like I said, I'm looking out for these two zones to see how price reacts from this. I'm looking at from these two zones to see how price react from here and also react from here. So like I said, if this resistance is holding, then I'll see price coming to this place and dish out that buy upon confirmation from here, right? But if we get that spike above this particular resistance zone here, we have another resistance zone at 4440 region. All right, so if price should push above this particular place, we have that rejection. So I'll be looking out to buy from here. But either way, I'm bullish on gold and I'll be looking out for all buys this coming week on gold. So these are the two zones I'll be looking out for to particularly react for. So this is my outlook on XAUUSD this week. Please ensure to like, comment, and share for more updates like this. Bye guys.